suspensions that were levied down between a couple Lakers players and Chris Paul as well for the Rockets Saturday night, LeBron's Laker home debut. And it was relatively quiet until a couple minutes left in the game, obviously, and that's when the sparks started to fly. We'll get into all that tonight here on the program. Like I said, so much to get into. Busy world of sports. We begin, though, at the top, though, by talking about what we're going to start seeing tomorrow night in Boston. Game 1, obviously, of the World Series. Red Sox, Dodgers. And look, I think this is the matchup that everyone in baseball really wanted to see from the get-go. You had so many people at the beginning of the playoffs who said, well, Boston had the best record in baseball this year. The Dodgers were kind of this great story of a team who was up and down, but they were trying to kind of find themselves, and they did at the right time. They started to play consistent ball, at least for their standards here in 2018 in the playoffs. And, of course, we know that they have rode that wave to a second consecutive World Series trip. And look, the Red Sox were mighty impressive, probably the most impressive team so far in these playoffs, knocking out the defending champs in 5 games, doing it at some points with ease, actually. And we know their lineup is just dynamite from top to bottom. So many guys can hit, and it's going to really be up to this Dodgers offense. We know they're not going to be able to probably go toe-to-toe with them on every given play, every given inning, every given game. But if they can take advantage of the limited opportunities they will have most likely in this series to hit, the series could go deep. And I think that a lot of people still think that the Dodgers could pull this off. But a lot of things, I believe, have to break their way, Keith, in order to actually hoist the trophy at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. It definitely. They definitely have to play baseball in like a purist form. What I'm going to say is they can't swing for the fences. What you saw in that Game 7 with Manny Machado doing the bunt and getting on base.
You've been calling for that.
Making on plays. I've been calling for that. And, man, like those are the type of plays they're going to have to make in order for them to be successful against the Red Sox. And they got to take it a game at a time. So, man, but I gotta say this just before I get deep into it, Brad. I want to say that we want to definitely send our prayers out to the Big O, Oscar Robertson. We had him on this show before.
Yeah, really good friend of the show.
I spoke to him today, and we actually were trying to get him, of course, for our promotion that we're our event that we're doing this Thursday.
Yeah, the Lakers Suite.
As a guest, and he said he would love to come, and he's a fan of the show. But he's not doing too well, man. I think he's sick, or he's a little sick right now. And so we just want to send our prayers out to him and hope that he can get well soon, man. So
yeah, positive vibes his way. And
yeah.
That was such a great interview, like you said there, Keith. We did with him back in the summer. And when he just was given the NBA Lifetime Achievement Award there on that TNT show at the end of the season. So, yeah, we wish him the best. He's a great guy, great ambassador to the game of basketball, obviously all he's meant for the sport. So, yeah, we wish him well coming up here.
He seemed like he was in good spirits, though. He said he's not doing too well right now, but we talked a little Lakers and a little basketball a little bit. We'll get into it a little later about that. But back to what we were talking about earlier. Yes, if the Dodgers are going to do it, man, they got to take it a game at a time. And they gotta do something different every single game. It can't be the same thing when you're playing against the Boston Red Sox. I think you got to mix it up a little bit. You can't be predictable. Being predictable for the Boston Red Sox is swinging for the fences every time you get up there, and they just can't. I got to see bunts for not just Manny Machado. I got to see that from Yasiel Puig. I got to see that from Turner. You got to see that from your heavy hitters. You want to see those type of things, just making plays in the infield, so to speak. Yeah. And then the errors in terms of the pitching, guys that are, or for instance, Kershaw is known for his curveball, his fastball. He's known for that.
What do you think about Roberts putting